And hello, everybody. This is Gamer with Opinions from War Rebel Alliance, and we are on 1919. And welcome to this tutorial video on Castle Building 101. I've been asked by many people how to build a castle at low cost and fast, upgrading the immortals and this and that. It is kind of complicated. There's many steps that you have to ensure before you can actually grow your castle to a proper size. As you can see, my castle is progressing nicely. This is a bit less than 2 weeks in the game right now. Well, without pumping massive amount of cash, I did pump cash, of course, to reach that size in 2 weeks. You do need to pump cash, but if we look at my rank, I'm 15th on the overall server, and I'm 8th within my faction. And like I said, I didn't overdo it. So I think that I have some advice that might prove valuable to you guys. All right, so let's start it. First thing first, building queue, which I have to take care of at the same time. That's a good thing. There. First thing first, building queue. Building queues, you have one to start with. You want to buy the extra queue pack, a good start pack. That's the $5 that you really need to invest in this game if you are going to go anywhere. I recommend, if you are going to play this game, I recommend $50 spending pretty much basic to be able to set up yourself to at least have a decent growth rate. You will not be the strongest, you won't be the fastest with $50, but wisely spent and with good constructions, you can actually build something really decent with 50. My build cost me a bit over $300 so far. I expect that I might, depending, and I spent more actually than I wanted, and it's because I had to rush things, which I hate. And I'm playing catching up right now. So the building queue, that's the first thing you want to get. Because you get that, you're working double queue. Working double queue comes with a problem. The problem will be resources. Because you'll be building fast, of course, you're going to go through your resources fast. In the first and early stages of the game, it doesn't matter very much because you'll be granted enough resources and you can farm a bit. So you have enough to grow your castle easily to, let's say, 10. After that, things start to get complicated. And this is where these little babies come from. Like you can see, it's max for 1, and I bring them to 20 for now. Because it's building up to 20 doesn't take that much time. But then the 20 to 21 and so on is a bit longer, and I do have many things to do. So we're just building that way. So basically, you fill this field and this, of course, with all that you can do. And first thing, prioritize always, max them out as much as possible. Like I said, I keep like 5 levels underneath right now. They might stay at 20 for a long while. I don't know yet. I haven't run the calculation for my level 35 castle. I already know what I need for level 30, and that's this setup is fine. It's actually, it's more than fine. It produces extra, which is good because we're gonna get into that after. The extras are good. So you make sure that those resources are maxed out. You really need this. This is one of the key factor. The other key factor is, of course, speed ups. Speed ups are not to be wasted. And what I mean by that is that don't try to rush your castle at low level just so that you look bigger and then start bragging a bit and this and that. It doesn't pay. It just doesn't pay. Just build your castle. Don't spend speed ups right away because you need to pile them if you are to be able to rush the really important levels. The really important levels are by 10. So this is where you unlock the T1s, T2s, T3s, T4s, T5s. You want to make sure that when you reach 5 of a castle level, you have already set up to build up resources and also pile up accelerations to be able to rush the level 28, 29, or 29, 30 because they're long. They're very long. So, speed ups. Let's get into that right now. So speed ups, one of the nice place to get them. Sorry about that. I just need to do my alliance work. So a neat place to get them is here. You have a few here that you can get. That's one place. And the second place, and this is where I want to bring you, daily deals. This is worth it. Buying the daily deal, buying the daily deals is something that is really worth it for the many reasons. But one of the reasons is the pearls that it gives you, which enables you to shop in this shop, which has been very precious to me. It has allowed me to further my Alexander the Great, which is hard to level up to get into ranks. And we got those babies, 24-hour speed ups, 3 day speed ups, and even 7 day speed ups. So this is an excellent place to get your speed ups and pile them. All right. You get basically per day if you buy the total the total package here. It's $6. You get 20. So you get the three. You get a decent amount every day from that. Plus, of course, the freebies that are included in the pack. So this is another nice source of accelerations, of speed ups. Pile them on. So you need to pile them on. All right. So now, important buildings. The buildings that you really want to prioritize. Wishing Fountain. The Wishing Fountain is one of the key pieces. It gives you resources. The goddess grants you extra gift because you reach a certain level gift. Raising this, raise your level of gift, and so on and so forth. Also raise the yield. You don't have an idea how much this game can consume resources. This stack will be depleted in like 2 building maximums. Probably 1 actually. Yeah, 1. Because I'm gonna launch the castle 26, and that's gonna deplete that and more. Actually, I'm waiting on some of those to be able to launch it. Well, not to be able, it's just I don't want to deplete my stash of scrolls. They will be needed later on. So, Wishing Fountains. So you try to keep her as high as possible. Like I'll be working on her while the castle is upgrading. After that, what do we like? What do we like that we're not forced to raise, but I like to? It's the Forge. The Forge enables you to transmute, and that's why I was saying extra resources are good. It's not worth, because when you get into the middle game, like level 15, you will be able to farm if you are on a mostly free play type. All right. So let's say that you invested $50 or less in the game, and you're playing it. Then, if you are an active player, that's the way. Actually, if you are going to be low cost or F2P, you need to be very active. I built this with $300 and asked people around $300 to get that shit. Sorry, is cheap. It's really cheap. And I got this because I was overactive. So that's the key thing. If you start a game like this, the first few days you have to be overactive to be able to really, really, really push it up at low cost. After that, it's just a steady pace. But at first, for a few days, you need to rush. Anyways, so where was I? Okay, so you will be farming resources a lot more than you need. If you are on a kingdom that is at peace, you will be able to stay on bubble. Especially, well, you can do that basically if your server is protected. So if your server is still under protection, most of the time you can go unbubble. It should be fine unless there's an alliance that is really, really wanky. Um, but otherwise, that's fine, and that saves on gems. Um, but let's assume that even if you don't have to bubble up, that there is a sneak attack, surprise attack, this and that. With your stores being full, you are a prime target, of course, for zeroing. They're going to come back and back and back because they want to empty the stores. Takes so long to gather, right? So what you do is you go to the forge, and we use the transmute, and we produce some gold. Gold is much needed in this game. Why? Well, your immortals basically take us massive amount of gold to upgrade. Give you an example. This little guy here, to upgrade him to the level 11, he costed me something like close to 300k. So 300k doesn't look that much, but factor in whatever I paid before to get him to that level, plus all the others, you get that gold goes very fast with the immortals, and you spend it someplace else as well. So when you have extra resources, and what I mean by extra resources, resources that won't be needed for your next construction. Always keep in store what you need for your next 3 constructions, if possible. All right, like right now, I don't have my next 3 constructions on hand because my costs are really too high for that. As simple as that. So there is so right now I am into the consolidating phase. After rushing to the 25, now I need to consolidate here and gather the resources to be able to do the push through up to 30. Like today, I'll get the 27 done, and I'll be well advanced in the 28 by the end of the day. So this is for the mastery of resources. Very important. Push from 20 to 25. Real hard. Really hard. Why? From the level 25, you get access to the level 6 mines. That means that you won't have to fight with people as much for resources because level 5 is common. That's something that people commonly farm. You will have a hard time finding the level 5 you want if you are part of an active alliance. So what you do, and that will of course impair your growth majorly, or you're gonna end up spending on resources, which is the worst spending you can do in this game. If you spend gems on resources, if you spend on resources pack, you have thrown money away. Don't, please don't. There's better stuff to buy. So You rush and push to level 25 as hard as you can from level 20. Don't try to push too fast up to level 20. Build it, pile it, then so rush from 20 to 25. All right. That is a real game changer. Trust me. Like right now, my gathering rate is really slow because I didn't activate my scrolls yet. It's early morning for me, so it's not time yet to activate the scroll. This is where I'm going to get. When you reach level 20 and 25, you need, of course, extra resources to be able to produce. So, by participating in different events, you get those. You want to use some of those at key points. When you have reached 20, you bring your field to like level 19 plus level 20 for one, level 19 for all the other resources, and then you start building your castle. When you reach like level 22, 23, you will see that your cost, especially if it went fast because you're rushing it at this point, right? Then you will see your stock depleting really, really fast. That's what you do, is that you increase your production efficiency by 50% with one of those scrolls. That's why we're building the resources cap so high, so that we can abuse those little baby. We want them really abused. And also, once your troops has reached a decent load size, meaning that they can take at least 600,000. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that. Bad call. So when they reach at least 600k capacity, then you want to use, if you are, let's say, level 23, you want to use one of those. It's 50% collection, and depending on the time you have it for, right? Like I have a couple of 8s and 4s and so on, so I can abuse those for a while still. I've been very, very, very good boy. I haven't abused those too much, and I was able to do my construction. But now I'm gonna have to deplete all that stuff for sure in the following days. So what you do is that, of course, for gathering, there is two ways to do it. What I like to do, I use it midday, mid game, if you wish. While I am still online gathering resources, I'll activate it. But let's say that it's my last run of gathering. I'm starting this. I'll do the gathering. Once the gathering is done, I'm sending another full gathering for the night. It's gonna be full. At the same time, just before going tonight, I activate the 50% bonus. So that way, I go to sleep, I get up, everything is filled up, ready to build. So, those are the things for the aspects of resources and speed ups. Now, there is so much stuff to cover. I'm kind of lost. Just a second, I'll take care of this because I don't want to neglect my little baby here. All right. So now, to be able to grow that castle, of course, the other thing is researches. Researches. It's so tempting to go here and, yeah, I've got skills. Yeah, I'm strong. But you do that early, you're gonna pay for it massively. Trust me. I've played a lot of those games before. So people that don't know, I used to be a game dev for 30 years. So I know my way pretty well around games. Let's just leave it at that. All right. This is where you want to invest first. Of course, this is a builder game. Every builder game, it's always the same strategy that you have to apply at first and all throughout the game. The technology research, well, anything that has to do with gathering production, whatever that produces the resources and stuff, you have to invest in it early, very early. This is what keeps your castle going. It's not worth trying to get a few power points in your army, which won't be able to defend against a bigger opponent anyways. You're not there yet. So why waste the point? Why waste the time? Instead, put them here. Look puny. I did. I got jumped on by a crew. Took me a whole 15 minutes to get everything back. Woo hoo hoo. And they wailed on me. So what? Because those little babies were already configured. So it costed me nothing. I had everything on hand to rebuild everything really speedy. First one you want is the Speedy Construction. You want to max that as soon as possible. Always keep it max. You want to invest some level in those. Bumper harvest, not as important, but grain is an issue. It becomes an issue with troops. As your troop number raises, you need a lot of this, and this stuff to heal, to do lots of stuff. A KVK is something very expensive on that. So this is the importance of the quarrying and the production. You have to think ahead. So, this game, if you're building a castle, you have to plan from day one and not go happy-lucky about it, because otherwise you're going to have holes everywhere and you're going to pay for the rest of your game, or it's going to cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars to correct the mistake you made in the early games. So, extensions, not as much. This is for storage. All right. So this enables your queries and stuff to store more. It's neat, right? Because when you go to sleep, they can store more while you're sleeping. So that's fine. But I mean, it's not a priority. So collecting what they produce is already good enough, but you want to push them a little bit, all right? But these you want to push, not too much, but let's say I keep a ratio usually 2-to-1, all right? Like twice in Speedy, for half in any of the other talents. So that's construction for that. Now, we're just going to attack the castle itself, right? So we're not going to talk about immortals or any other stuff, dragon or any other stuff at this point in time. There will be a series of videos covering all those. You can leave in the request, your request in the comment section. Please give me a like, subscribe, share, follow, and activate the notification so that you don't miss the videos. I'll be producing them probably like twice a week at least. So this covers the basic. I think I gave you enough to start with. This covers the basics for the castle building 101. So I already told you all the blah blah blah, and there's one thing that I want to mention. We are War Alliance Rebels on 119. We are pretending, we are aspiring actually to become a very strong alliance in the game, not only on 119. So if you want to join us, you can come 1119. You can contact me, Dantatus, or Lothar. We will be happy to have you. But be warned, we are kingdom builders and kingdom defenders. We don't oppress, we don't abuse, we don't exploit. To us, all colors must live, and all colors must be united to face the invasions that are coming from outside. War wants to be a uniting force for the kingdom. So all of you who wants to build the kingdom, come and join us. You'll have fun. We're a great crew. So until next time, this was Gamer with Opinions. leaving you and wishing you a good day and happy castle building.